as a solopreneur, I often find myself looking up to big brands and seeing what they're up to in the whole wide world of marketing. If you're like me, you're gonna love this video because I will be sharing my insights into what the top 5 biggest brands in the world are doing and how they are telling their brand story on Instagram. So keep watching because this one I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on how they're nailing it, but also where they could be improving. So let's get into it. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Emiley, your go-to girl for marketing and mindset strategies for the solopreneur. So I do a lot of tutorials, hacks, and tips and hints and stuff like that. So if that sounds like something you need more of in your life, hit the subscribe now button to be notified when my next video goes live. So in this video, I'm going to be critiquing the top 5 biggest brands in the world, how they are telling their brand story on Instagram. So that's the likes of Apple, Google, Microsoft, Coca-Cola, and Amazon. So keep watching to find out what I think about how they're telling their brand story. I'm focusing on Instagram in this video, but if you'd like me to share my thoughts on their other channels or any other examples that you would love to see me do a critique on, pop them in the comments below and I will create a video on it. So the biggest brand in the world is Apple. So if you're like me, I have 3 different Apple products that I use daily, and I've had a lot more than that. If you can remember the iPod, I think that was my first product I ever bought from Apple and I loved it. Apple have this amazing knack at creating a brand that people just keep buying. So they create this really strong loyalty by telling a story. So on Instagram, Apple are really clever at using their bio to just tell a really short, simple snapshot, as well as provide this content trigger. So this is what their customers will be using to basically tag them in any photos that they take, in the hopes that they'll be able to share them on their Instagram account, which would be amazing. So the whole feed is showcasing incredible photography that their users, so the iPhone users, have taken. So they use the quotes that the people that have taken the photos have posted on their Instagram accounts. So this is a really nice way of showcasing personality of their customers, and also would make their customers feel really special about being featured on their Instagram account. I mean, wouldn't you be stoked if Apple shared your photo too? They don't use like any promotional photography or any promotional images, which I think works really well because this is an account designed to showcase the quality of photos that the iPhone takes. And that's the real purpose of this particular account. So the second biggest brand is Google. So I use Google probably like 100 times a day. I mean, Googling everything from what are the 5 biggest brands in the world for this video, but also things like how do I spell parachute, or what's the conversion from grams to pounds. Like, it's one of those things that you just go and Google it. We're very lucky in our generation, aren't we? But on Google's Instagram account, you'd be surprised that they can actually create a really great brand story as well, even though their product isn't something that's necessarily beautiful like Apple, but they've created this account where it's really telling a strong story. So Google are really clever because they use their brand colors and their brand logo a lot throughout their Instagram account in really, really clever ways, which is really cute and quirky and creates a lot of interest, that keeps bringing people back to what their brand's about. So they also show like their team and like behind the scenes stuff, which is really cool and quirky, and it's sharing something beyond what they are just as a company. I think it's really important for someone like Google to show their team in their working environment, which is really great. They share like the projects that they're helping with, stories of real people that, you know, are really connecting with, with their audience. But also, I love this. they have their dougalers. So these are the dogs that I'm assuming are their staff's dogs, because they post photos of dogs quite often. Not up there. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's another dougler. So not only do they create a hashtag for the dougalers, or yeah. So, and they're cute photos, which is, you know, photos of dogs and things like that always get a lot of engagement. So the third biggest brand in the world is Microsoft. So Microsoft, yep, is a massive tech giant, and it's one of the ones that have been playing for so long. But I don't know about you, but I think of Microsoft as kind of Apple's boring old uncle, because it's one of those things where it's a product that, yeah, it's a necessity, but they're not branded in a way that's really exciting or luxurious like Apple is. But in saying that, their Instagram account definitely tells a brand story and creates a quirkiness and an intimacy, which I didn't actually expect before doing research for this video. So what I really like about Microsoft's Instagram account is they get really clear on what their purpose is. They've showcased their vision, which is really nice to see, but they also show like a lot of events that their staff are a part of or talking at, which is really cool. Also wherever their brand is being showcased around the world. There's a lot about their team and what they're up to, but not promotional stuff. So they don't just have photos of their product and trying to sell it to their customers that are following them on Instagram. And while it's not super cohesive, so it's not like a beautifully designed or curated Instagram feed, it does work. It makes sense. It's not manufactured to look a certain way, but they're sharing the things that are most important to them right now, and really showcasing what their opinion is on different issues, which I think is fantastic. So number 4 is Coca-Cola. So, I mean, Coca-Cola is one of those amazing brands at storytelling, especially on TV advertising. It's not their first rodeo when it comes to telling a brand story. So their product is about so much more than just a fizzy, sweet, soft drink. It's about this feeling that you get in a lifestyle that you're a part of when you drink Coke, which is really amazing. And they share this same storytelling technique across their Instagram, which is really super cohesive. So again, I love that they have a content trigger, so their community can share photos of them drinking Coke with share a Coke, hashtag share a Coke, which is really great, because then they can share that content either on their channel, which I don't believe they do, maybe they do it in stories, or otherwise it's just about creating that community of people that love Coca-Cola. So they've created like a little, I guess, mini series of videos which are talking about their customers, specifically around university students, which I think is a really clever storytelling technique, because it's ongoing, it's connecting people to their brand, it's creating a persona around who are the types of people that use their product, which is going to be relevant to the people that are following them as well, which is really cool. They also jump on board with a lot of local or international events, do collaborations, and yeah, which is a really cool way of showcasing their product in different ways. So while Coca-Cola is all about showcasing their product, like literally every photo has or a video has a image of their product, and their brand, it's not awkward and promo-y. It's very engaging and interesting to look at and to connect with and engage with. So they're positioning themselves as really the cool kids. So they're the ones that are ahead of the curve, and they're the ones that you want to be friends with. They're, positioning themselves as this cool, trendy brand. And the 5th biggest brand in the world is Amazon. So this is where I'm going to get a bit critical, and I'm really happy this one came up number 5, because you would now be able to see some of the brand storytelling techniques that are best practices, basically, and what Amazon's doing wrong. So even though Amazon is literally taking over the world, they're not really nailing their social media, and their Instagram account is way too promotional and really not really interesting at all. So let's have a look. All right, so I mean, their bio shows literally no personality. The hashtag is Amazon, which is fine, but it's also like, why wouldn't you create something that's a little bit quirkier and a bit more interesting? It's really, really promotional about their shipping and that sort of thing. It's not really very interesting. Also the quotes, I don't really get this. Like, they look really boring. The branding's completely off, and they're not really relevant unless they're using this account specifically for, you know, people that are in business or something like that. But I feel like they're wanting to target consumers. So I guess getting really clear on who is going to be viewing or following your Instagram account is really important. Even if you're a business that is a B2B, you may be promoting your Instagram account as B2C or vice versa. And it's really not cohesive. It's not really telling a story. These look quite cute, but then it's like, what's this? Like, this is completely disconnected. What is that look? What is that branding? It's for such a big company, you would expect it to be way more curated and way more engaging as well. So I hope this video has given you a bit of an idea about the best practices, but also things that even the big giants aren't quite nailing, which is a little bit of inspiration as well for you to, you know, as a small player, actually kick some butt and nail your Instagram brand storytelling. Hit me down below with a yes queen if you completely agree with that. So if you want more brand story action, I've got a video called 5 examples of brand storytelling, which you can watch right now. Otherwise, I've also created an epic resource, a free resource just for you, the brand storytelling guide, and it's full of ideas of how you can start actioning your brand storytelling right now, as well as caption starters to get you started. So I know everybody struggles with writing captions, so this is one especially for you. The link is below if you'd like to download that one. So this was really fun. I obviously am not part of the marketing teams for these brands, so I don't know what goes into their strategy, but I feel like there's lots of room for improvement, even for the top 5 biggest brands in the world. So if you can take some critique and some inspiration from this video, you're going to be doing amazing things with your brand story. So if you loved this video, give it the thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I'll be sharing more tutorials and case studies like this one to help you guys really understand how to tell your brand story online and why it's such a massive, massive value add to your followers. So that's it for me for another video. I will be back next Tuesday with another video all about brand storytelling. It'll be another case study, so stay tuned for that one. But until next time, bye for now.